notable for never having been conquered in its entire history.
Who's in charge?
He's called the Black Panther.
Black Panther is one of the most iconic heroes in all of the Marvel comics. Far from being as popular as the likes of Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and Hulk, particularly in terms of mainstream popularity, Black Panther is still very well known. But there are a lot of facts about him that the average person certainly wouldn't know. Based on the assumptions that you aren't already a huge fan of Black Panther or a living encyclopedia of all things Marvel, here are 10 facts that you might not know about Black Panther. Although there were black characters and indeed heroic black characters in the comic books prior to the 1960s introduction of Black Panther, he was the first black character with superpowers and the first lead black character to appear in the comics that were considered to be mainstream. Waku, Prince of Bantu, had appeared in the comics published by Marvel's predecessor company, Atlas Comics, as early as the 1950s, and the Western black hero known as Lobo debuted in the Dell Comics a year before Black Panther appeared. But they don't fit the superhero criteria. Black Panther paved the ways for the likes of Falcon, Storm, Luke Cage, Tyrock, Black Lightning, and Jon Stewart to appear, and black characters are now very prominent. That said, he will be the first black character to get a solo movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Far from being the name of just one superhero character, Black Panther is a ceremonial title given to the chief of Panther tribe of the advanced African nation of Wakanda.
Kashan. I am a man.
You're the Black Panther, sacred god of our clan. When we moved to the city, I never dreamed that I would be blessed with your holy presence.
Whoever holds the title rules the country and leads the main tribe, and is also the chief of the Wakandas. He is also the head of the state and is used during diplomatic missions and visits. Although the title is hereditary, the leader to become must still earn it by proving himself worthy, by defeating the person who currently holds the title, and by defeating the 6 of the country's finest warriors at once. The most prominent and well-known Black Panther, and the one you can expect to see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is T'Challa. The superhuman physical level boosted by Black Panther are granted by a heart-shaped herb that only grows in Wakanda. Legend has it that the herb was a gift from Panther God that the local deity worshipped, but in reality it was merely a plant that had mutated after the exposure of a giant meteorite of vibranium, which crash landed in Wakanda and now supplies the country with the unbreakable metal. Only certain people can use it without terrible side effects, but those who can use it gain enhanced speed, agility, strength, endurance, and healing, all to the levels similar to someone like Captain America. The user also gains enhanced senses, which allows them to see in total darkness, track any scent, and even hear enemies' heartbeat. Old comics can be extremely valuable, and any that both have age and represent specific milestones tend to be worth an awful lot. And the comic that introduced Wonder Black Panther is no different in that regard. The raw value of mint condition Fantastic Four issue number 52 can be anything up to $9,000, but if the comic is graded and sealed, you can expect it to be worth anything up to $18,000, and a near mint condition copy could be valued at $11,000 if it is graded. A copy in poor condition would be worth anything up to $20. It might not be his own series, but because it's first time Black Panther appeared in the comics, it has some decent worth. Wesley Snipes tried to get Black Panther movie into production 23 years ago. Snipes was tied to a potential project as far back as 1992 and had even written some scripts himself. It would have been produced by Columbia Pictures and was said to be development for many years, and even Stan Lee was keen on the script and wanted to see it made, but it just didn't go off the ground. When asked about the idea, Snipes said this at the time: "We have a wide open field of comic book characters on the big screen, and we have yet to have a major black character hero on the screen, especially the Black Panther, which is such a rich, interesting life. It's a dream come true to originate something that nobody has ever seen before." Of course, Snipe went on to portray Vampire Hunter Blade. but was again linked with the Black Panther job in 2003. In fact, it was rumored that it was between Blade Trinity and Black Panther movie regarding what was going to be made in 2004, but it was Blade Trinity which won the battle. Links persisted to be made between Snipes and Black Panther until very recently. But his time has obviously passed and Chadwick Boseman got the gig instead. Black Panther's power level is essentially very comparable to that of Super Soldier Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. He has what is generally referred to as comic book peak human physical statistics, and just like Captain America and Batman, he regularly fights and defeats characters who he really have no right to be competing with. Black Panther has, for example, defeated villains as powerful as Mephisto and Doctor Doom, and has on his own defeated the entire roster of both the Avengers and the Fantastic Four.
Armor hardware damaged. Shield generators offline.
You think you're fast? Dodge these! What happened?
Well, he didn't dodge them. I did mention that his suit seemed to be absorbent to... Watch out!
He also once quite ludicrously had Silver Surfer in a headlock that he couldn't get out of. Far from being all about brawn, Black Panther actually has one of the finest minds on the earth. Generally considered to be in the top 8 along with the likes of Reed Richards, Tony Stark, Hank Pym, Victor Von Doom, being intellectually gifted in a number of scientific disciplines. Most notably, T'Challa actually attended the elite British institution, Oxford University, and emerged with a PhD in physics. His intelligence makes him expert tactician, physicist, and engineer, and his understanding of advanced Wakandian technology is second to none. In fact, he has even invented advanced weaponry, which has exceeded anything that came before it in the nation he rules. He was, for example, able to reverse engineer a number of interdimensional bombs that were fully capable of destroying an entire planet. Back in the days before Black Panther had his first appearance, the original idea was to have him in a very different costume and to give him a very different name. He was supposed to be called Cold Tiger. That was the name Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were going to give him, and far from completely abandoning the name, which could have been considered potentially racist in modern times. A character with the same name actually appeared in Marvel Comics in 1999, appearing as a part of MC2 Series A Next. Cold Tiger, also known as Prince T'Chaka, is the son of Black Panther in that continuity and is a mutant with ability to shapeshift into feline humanoid characters with superhuman strength and agility, enhanced senses, and razor-sharp claws. Yes, Tom, the sometime leader of X-Men and the ruler of Wakanda, were married in a huge Wakandan ceremony surrounded by their superhero friends and allies. They immediately went on diplomatic tour. She was now queen after all, meeting with Dr. Doom in Latveria, the President of United States, Namor in Atlantis, and others. Then for a short time they even filled in for Sue and Reed Richards as a member of the Fantastic Four. Eventually the marriage was annulled when Namor attacked Wakanda, and T'Challa felt that he had to focus more on being a king than a husband. Wakanda has always been several centuries ahead of the rest of the globe. It is portrayed as more spiritually advanced than anywhere else on the globe. Wakanda possesses the cure for cancer and perhaps many other diseases, but withholds these cures from the rest of the world for the fear that the West will turn the cure for cancer into a weapon. So there you have it, top 10 facts that you didn't know about Black Panther. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed the video and comment about what top 10 video would you like to see next, and also don't forget to subscribe so you get notified about future videos. With that being said, thank you for watching and stay awesome.